You see how thick it is? It's holding to the noodles. This is perfect, exactly what we were looking for. That dish right there brings me back to my mom's house, Hamburger Helper. But this one's done a lot better. Welcome back to the Chef2K kitchen. I'm a certified Red Seal chef, and today I'm gonna show you how to make classic Hamburger Helper Mexi style from scratch. Before we jump into this recipe, if you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on these fast, affordable, and delicious meals. Whenever we're making a sauce or making a dish like this, we're always gonna start with our onions and our garlic. We're gonna get that ready, and we're just gonna build this stage by stage, so stay with us. Okay, here we go. Small dice on the onion. We're gonna use 1 full onion. Next, we're gonna do the garlic, probably about 4 or 5 big bulbs. I like garlic. Mash this in. Okay, jalapenos now, small dice. Cut the top off, split it in half, and then get those seeds out. Seeds is where all the heat is. You throw all those seeds in there, and you're more than likely gonna blow everybody away. Okay, we've got the garlic, the jalapenos, and the onions ready. We're gonna go preheat our pot. It's a cast iron pot, so we're gonna get some heat to it, let that start to warm up. Then we're gonna add this and start sweating it down. All right, here we go. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil in there. She's nice and warm. Okay guys, we're just gonna sweat this. We're waiting for those onions to become translucent. That's bringing out all the nice juices and the flavors. Then we're gonna add our next step. Honestly, when you're sweating onions and garlic together, the lower the heat and the longer you do it, the better the flavor is gonna come out, I promise. While we're waiting for those onions and garlic to sweat, we're just gonna start getting everything ready. We wanna be able to just add it when it needs to be added, no messing around. Okay, we got these whole tomatoes. Add those into our bowl, just because we want to hand crush these. I do this anytime I'm making pasta sauce, anything. We don't want to blend it, right? We just want to crush it. We still want some chunks of tomato. So just run it through your fingers. I like to add olives to this. We just get canned. The Unico is a beautiful one. Pop that, drain off all the liquid, set it aside. Okay, we're ready. The onions are translucent. We're just gonna add our beef now. Usually I would add my seasonings in with the onions or mirepoix if we're doing a tomato sauce. But with this, I like to sweat all that out. Then I like to add the beef, cook that down, because we're gonna get a little bit of that beef grease out before we start adding things. So we don't want it to steal too much of the flavor when we have to get that grease out of there. Just break that meat up. All right, meat's in there. Now we're gonna turn the heat up. We wanna get this meat cooking. We wanna get a good cook on this meat. I always like to keep a spatula with me, wooden spoon and spatula. So the wooden spoon's good to help break it up, but I like to keep the edges of my pots clean at all times. Okay guys, beef's pretty much ready. So all we're gonna do here is just put the lid on, give it a little space. We wanna drip a little bit of that grease out. We don't want it too greasy, but we don't want it to lose too much flavor. We want to keep some in there for flavor. We don't want this to be dry. We're just going to turn the heat down for a second, and we're going to bring in the artillery, our seasonings. Okay, first thing we're going to do, guys, cumin. 2 tablespoons of cumin. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Another teaspoon of chili powder. Tablespoon of Italian herbs. Activate that in your palm. Brush it in there. Now, 1 teaspoon of curry powder. Don't go overboard with that. And then about 1 teaspoon of ancho chili pepper. You can smell that, I bet. It's really, really coming together. And then a little bit of garlic salt. Another teaspoon, we'll say. Now we've got our Mexi seasoning. With about a half a tablespoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper. Now we're gonna get that tomato paste in there. We're gonna mix it up and we're gonna let that cook together for a little while. You'll start to smell that tomato paste caramelizing to the pan. That's when you know you're ready to add the liquid deglaze and start putting it all together. Okay, that tomato paste has started to caramelize to the pan. We can smell it. Now we're gonna add in our crushed tomatoes. Oh yeah. Okay, we've got our crushed tomatoes in there. We're gonna add our bone broth. All of that beautiful bone broth. It's got the consistency of like a soup, a beef soup. We're gonna let this heat up a little bit more, marry together, reduce a tiny bit, and then we're gonna start adding our pasta, because the pasta is gonna cook right in the sauce. So it's gonna cook in there. So we need a lot of residual liquid in order for the pasta to cook. The good thing about that is that the pasta is gonna release a lot of starch, and that's gonna help thicken the sauce. So now before we go any further, we're gonna have a taste and we're gonna see where it's at. That's perfect right there as a soup, I'm telling you. Now we're at the stage, we're gonna add the olives, about half a can. We don't need all of them. Now we're gonna take the pasta and we're going straight into the sauce with it. All right guys, pasta's in there. As you can see, it's a little bit runny still, but as this pasta cooks, you guys are gonna see, this is all gonna pull together and thicken up and be perfect. And to finish it off, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of Velveeta cheese. We're gonna cube it up, throw it in there, stir it in. That's gonna give it that creamy finish. Okay, about this much Velveeta cheese. We're just gonna cut it in little squares so it mixes in nice. Okay, noodles are almost done. We're just gonna do the finishing touch. We're gonna add in the squares that we cut up of the Velveeta cheese. It's gonna take a few minutes to melt in. Just keep stirring it, watching it. You can see the cheese melting in. Okay guys, take a look at this. She is done, she's ready. Now we've gotten to my favorite part of the show, plating and tasting. So we got some green onions for color and flavor. Now we've got our halloumi cheese. This cheese is amazing on this. It's salty, it holds its texture. It's really nice. Okay, let's dig in. Okay, garnish time. Let's hit it with that cheese. Let's hit it with that green onion. Finish, we're gonna do one nice dollop sour cream and a couple taco chips just for that flair. And there it is, guys. Santa Fe Hamburger Helper made from scratch. Okay, guys, favorite part of the whole thing. We're gonna taste this, and it looks and smells amazing. That's so hearty. You see how thick it is? It's holding to the noodles. This is perfect, exactly what we were looking for. That dish right there brings me back to my mom's house, Hamburger Helper. But this one's done a lot better. The texture of the pasta is perfect. It's al dente still. The sour cream gives it that cool, crisp, creamy finish. The sour cream, the seasoning, all of this makes this a beautiful Tex-Mex Hamburger Helper. Okay, that's your Tex-Mex Hamburger Helper, made right at home, easy, flavorful, and we did this in no time at all. I hope you guys love cooking along with me today. If you try this recipe, I want to see your creations. Tag me on social media at Chef2K Creations and share your kitchen victories with me.